2 Consolation heat. We have in the number 2, Christy Poland. In the number 1, Eric Everett. In the 81X, Ed Archer. In the 02, Chuck Robbins. In the 17X, AJ Barter. In the 15, Ryan Dostey. In the 14, Jerry Bickford. In the 08, Tony Collins. And in the 12, Chris Caswell. And here comes Caswell coming around to the front of the grandstand. Here they come, folks, getting themselves set up for this first Consolation heat, where 2 of these cars will go into tonight's feature event. The rest will go home.
I know I told the girls I gotta start carrying the lockout kit when I go to the fair. It's like,
well, I didn't know. I know for a while Jane used to have one in the truck or one in his vehicle, so I didn't know.
No, the little short rod hangs in the garage. So if anybody calls
And here comes the number 12 coming around.
The whole kit's in the garage. But he doesn't carry it with him usually. Or at least I haven't seen it in the truck, so.
Oh, I thought for a while he was carrying it, but I didn't know.
Last I knew it was in the garage. And that's all I got, the short rod. So.
And here they go, folks, getting themselves into position. Toby's going to close up that concrete barrier, and we'll get right on with the Consolation heat with a wave of Big Mel's flag. And ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Drivers, are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Match on! Here they go, the first Consolation heat. One of these cars will be going on to tonight's feature event. And here they go, folks, dancing around the Demolition Derby Arena. A lot of cars out there. And they're all bunched up in the middle of the arena. It's a dangerous place to be right there, folks. And the 15 coming back after that 17. They're going to spread back out and get themselves into position. And here they come, folks. They're going to be getting themselves in position and ride on in. And they're pushing each other out there, folks. A lot of cars still left standing in this Consolation heat of the Demolition Derby. And these cars have already been really beat up. I can't imagine that they'll make it into tonight's feature, but one of them will. And backing up is the 2 car, Christy Poland, in the center of the Demolition Derby in that big wagon. And the 15 driving back and hitting somebody, Ryan Dostey. Ryan Dostey's spinning the back tires of his car. It'd be a good time to back up and you can get the front end of that 15 where it's all hung up right there, folks. And the 01 coming around the corner, Eric Everett. And they are all bunched up right there in the middle of the Demolition Derby arena. 3 big wagons right there. Oh, and they all meet right there in the center of the arena. And coming around the corner, the 81X still left in this. Oh, and up goes the number 15 car. And these cars still with a little bit of fight left in them. Pushing and shoving in the Demolition Derby arena. And they're all bunched up in the backside of the Demolition Derby arena. They're not having much room to get a big hit, but that 81X trying to find a place. Gotta back up a little bit. And goes out to the front end of the 08. Tony Collins. And Everett putting Archer into the wall, but here comes Archer fighting back on the 01. And Archer backing up. He might have some speed and goes after the 2 of Christy Poland. Knocks the front end. And all these cars trying to find some room to make some damage on the other cars. And our judges are calling out cars left and right. There's a lot of smoke going on out there that's pouring out of the number 2 car. And the 15 trying to get some traction, Ryan Dawsey, but he's going to get hit by the 81X of Ed Archer. Archer with that front wheel drive. Sitting idle but now backing up. These cars don't have very much power left in them. They're just limping on by. And Archer gets hung up by Gilbert and the 72. They go, still dancing around, Folsom in that 75 car, looking for a little bit of room to back up and look and have a big hit, folks. And it looks like we still may have 4 cars still left standing in this Consolation heat of the Demolition Derby. The 01, the 75, the 17. Only one of these cars will be going on in tonight's feature. And here comes David Folsom turning around Everett. And now backing up, looking for that 81. He's going back, looking for the front end of that 81 and just misses it. Taps the back end. Folsom getting himself ready again. Here he comes, David Folsom. Here comes Everett. Looking for the front end of that 81X and nails the 81X. These cars looking for a little bit of room so they can get a big crash. And this smash 'em crash 'em Demolition Derby. There's a whole lot of broken cars out there, folks. 4 cars, only 1 spot. Folsom getting himself into position but being knocked by Archer and the 81X, but Folsom going around. Folsom getting himself into position, but here comes Archer. Not much left of those tires. That tire looks like it's about to come off. And Archer's 81X, that passenger side tire is ready to go flying off. And Folsom's getting himself back into position. And Archer finally lost that passenger side tire, and now he's on metal on asphalt. Sparks flying in the Demolition Derby arena. And here they go, ladies and gentlemen. Folsom backing up, going back. And hitting the 08 who's out. And they're still dancing in this Demolition Derby arena. 3 cars still left standing. Only one of these cars will be going on tonight's feature event. And the 17, finding a little bit of strength, that's A.J. Barter. Barter getting himself out of the corner and now being put right against the wall by David Folsom. Folsom and Barter and Archer still left in this Consolation heat of the Demolition Derby. Where Butler Building Supply and Q106.5. And here comes the number 75 of David Folsom. Getting in the position. Backing up. Here he goes, ladies and gentlemen. He's backing up and he checks it up, folks. He just can't get that momentum to. And here he goes. He's going to try it again. Here he goes. Back it up. Back. Here he goes. And just can't do it. Just tapped Archer's car into the wall. And here comes Archer. Driving on rim. It's Archer and Folsom. Left in this first Consolation heat. Here comes Folsom and just taps the back end of Archer's 81X. It's Folsom and Archer. Folsom looking for some room. Archer going back. Oh, right into the passenger side of Folsom 75. Folsom coming around. Just missing Archer's 81X. Oh, and another just near miss, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's in a bad spot. Folsom couldn't capitalize on Archer being right up against the wall, but Folsom getting himself back up, turns it around. Oh, he just can't get the momentum to turn the car around. Archer coming back, driving backwards. In a reverse. And they are still going at it, folks, in this first Consolation heat. Drivers, if you are in heat number 3 or heat number 4, you can bring your car down to the track to get in preparation of the second Consolation heat. Archer and Folsom getting into position. Here comes Folsom going back. Oh, and he checks up just as he barely hits Archer to the back end, and they're going to push and shove each other. Folsom going forward. Archer not doing a whole heck of a lot of movement. Folsom just misses Archer. Gonna go after that front end, and oh, what a hit on the front end of Archer's 81X. David Folsom in the 75. He's gonna back up, gonna do it again. Here he comes. Oh, another hit. And a big bang out of Archer's 81X, and here comes Folsom going back. Oh, what a hit, folks. Put your hands together, make some noise for these drivers. And here comes Folsom getting himself into position. Archer getting himself into position. They're going back, and oh, just missed each other, ladies and gentlemen. Folsom going after the front end, and they're backing into the number 12. Knocking the number 12, and here comes Folsom. The front end of his car going after Archer. Trying to put Archer into the wall, but barely can hit him. Folsom backing up. Archer trying to follow, but he doesn't have much left. He has one tire that's not on a rim right now. Archer trying to get something going. Folsom. It's just a waiting game right now for Folsom. David Folsom may be going on to tonight's feature. Archer trying to get something going. It's just a matter of time. Folsom still waiting. Getting himself into position, and they're going to call it, ladies and gentlemen. And this Consolation heat. David Folsom in the 75 going on to tonight's feature event. And we're going to get these cars right out of there, folks, and go right on with the second Consolation heat.